Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding. And I'll be running, possessed by a low, low voodoo. Fired up like a wolf on a full moon. And we're stuck in a la la land. The tides will turn without us. And I'll be killing time like I might be a cartoon. Take it in real life like haiku. I know we got the good vibes when pieces fall right into place. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding. Play me like a bass guitar, simmer down and mess me up, tripping like I'm Jimmy at Woodstock. Drive me around in your red Ford, shivers down my spinal cord. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding.
When I'm up through the night, I can't turn down the noise. Tear all the worries out of my mind about who I'm supposed to be. I start to believe I can't get it right. Remember the days I let slip away, they were simpler times. Mama told me before you leave, if there's only one thing you remember from me, child, when you're out on your own, a million miles from home, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. Child, don't forget who you are, don't lose your head or your heart. I'll bet my life on your stars, you'll be dancing, dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. Dancing on the moon. Dancing on the moon. Maybe my compass was wrong, and I'm still on my way closer each day to where I belong. I'm still rolling the dice, praying sometimes it don't last that long. I'm losing my faith, I'm walking away from what you knew all along. Mama told me before you leave, if there's only one thing you remember from me, child, when you're out on your own, a million miles from home, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders, child, don't forget who you are, don't lose your head or your heart. I bet my life on your stars, you'll be dancing, dancing on the moon. I bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. I bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. I bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. Dancing on the moon. Child, when you're out on your own, a million miles from home, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. Child, don't forget who you are, don't lose your head or your heart. I bet my life on your stars, you'll be dancing, dancing on the moon.
Stand in the open, knowing it will all make sense. One day, I'm looking for answers, slipping through the ocean sand. Wish you can take me back. You're standing there with arms wide open, where it all began. Where it all push me further, so I couldn't close inside. The whole bed.
What's up, guys? Black Friday, our stream. Welcome, and this is Ash Rain. He's a local flyer who's been a good customer for a while. He's going to join me and be a co-host while we chat through some deals and some FPV news, and thought we'd kind of start off with some icebreakers before we get into the deals. So, Ash, what are you flying lately? What's your favourite quad?
Go-to has to be the Apex. So obviously with racing kind of being a bit quiet now, thanks to the COVID reasons, I've been getting out and about with my Apex. Recently upgraded it to HD and got it onto the DJI bandwagon, and have thoroughly been enjoying just flying, cruising, taking it all in.
Yeah, nice. And what about your favourite whoop?
Whoop, for a long time has been this one, the Zero Grav.
Zero gravity. Nice.
So yeah, it's been going strong.
Yeah, my favourite whoop has been kind of the Media 65. So you can see my cable tie for my turtle modelling, custom made from the Phaser team. And recently I got kind of into the digital a bit, as you've probably seen on the blog that I did on it. That's the 75. Oh, hang on a sec, you can't see my screen. I didn't hit the button. So that's the Media with the cable tie turtle whoop. And this is kind of the 75X digital edition, so you can see they're quite a little bit bigger there, but still kind of fun. Not as nimble as this. And I've been, for my 5-inch, I've just got a brand new Sigma that's ready to rock and roll. So Ash, you've got one of these, I believe, as well. Full carbon, quite unique. And Zach's new frame as well, that we've been selling, the Viper. He's just tuned it so good, and it flies really locked in, so I'm quite happy with that as well. So they're kind of my 4 quads at the moment.
It's funny you say that, because I've literally just today gotten out with the Viper. Zach sent me his frame too.
Oh yeah, nice.
Actually, a while ago.
Yet?
I thought today it is quite nice to fly. Just got to get a few settings right, and he's been kind of helping me tune it in.
Yep. No, he's pretty responsive and pretty good on the tunes. So yeah. What about YouTube channels lately? What have you been digging?
A few ones recently. So obviously, I've actually gotten back into Bardwell, just kind of watching some of his content and his comparisons. Albert Kim, really like him as for his micro stuff. Same with Nick Burns. But the latest one, which I'm actually really quite enjoying, is Bloods FPV. So they're based in the UK and they do a lot of just 3-inch stuff. He's designed a new 3-inch racing quad specifically around the DJI framework. So I think it's definitely going to be an interesting format going forward.
So he's just doing kind of carbon frames?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And what have you been kind of flying locally for fun? Just the Apex or?
Just the Apex. I've recently changed up. So I was on the Floss 3 for racing, and I've converted most of my Floss. I think I had about 8 Flosses all up, and now I've converted most of them across. I've got 3 of the Talon 2s from Couriers, and I've got a couple of these ones from Beeline Racing. They're the Sandstorms. So they're not too bad.
Nice.
I literally got the, which we'll talk about later, but a little
this
surprise
could be controversial, but I'm going to put it out there. I think you could have the most quads in Australia, like the single person in Australia to have the most in their house. I think I'm going to nominate you.
I wish I could do this from my garage. I've been having internet issues in my garage. I got my quad wall. I did a big cleanup over the weekend. You would have saw I put some nostalgic photos. I found my first flight controller, the CC3D, and the good old CCTV cameras, the Sony, like really thick cameras.
Yeah.
And then I found some, and this has probably got the most responses online. I found a bit of a foam wedge we used to use for the good old GoPro 2 on the QAV210.
Yep.
And so many people are just posting about how it brings them back to the good old days.
Yep, the Bolt 250 with the classic foam mount and the slimline. Was it a Mobula camera? Those really thin ones.
I can't remember the name of it.
GoPro Session, yeah. I think you could pick them up for about $90 or something. They were pretty good. Yeah. Anyway, let's crack into some Black Friday deals. So there's a link in the YouTube description, but basically we're doing a flat 10% off site-wide. So anything you want from our site now is kind of the best price you'll possibly get. On top of that, we have a few kind of packages that manufacturers have sent out to us for Black Friday. So I'll bring up my desktop. and this is kind of a good Christmas present idea. So they've turned the Media 75 kit into a black edition for Black Friday. We don't have these in yet. I think they're coming tomorrow or Wednesday, but keep an eye out on them. And they're going to be a really sharp price. So if you've got someone that wants to get into FPV, this is probably one of the best starter kits you can get them. And it's, TBS black, so you can't go wrong. Nice little package with a couple of batteries, goggles, and remote. So keep an eye out for them. We also have power bank. So we're doing 20% off the ElecJet power banks. They're a 20,000 milliamp bank, and they do 45 watt charging. So if you have a Samsung S10, S20, Note 20, these will basically charge as quick as your wall charges. I always keep mine in the car because the car chargers always kind of suck. And if you need a 30% top up in 15 minutes, it's going to do the job. We also, I thought I'd just show you kind of the magnetic cable as well. So this part here, if you get that cable, kind of just clicks in there like that. It's a good little cable as well. We did have this new product come in last week as well, and I know Ash got one. It's the Sunlu filament dryer. So if you're into printing on your 3D printer, this is kind of the best value dryer you can buy, and it's ready to go out of the box. So this whole bit here is one hot element, and it will just kind of rise the heat to the top. And especially if you're printing in TPU, we've noticed that with TPU, you really need to get your humidity down to about 15%, 10 to 15%. And generally, if it's sitting out in the office, you're going to be anywhere from 30 to 40% humidity, and you'll just get a lot of stringing, and your prints just won't look as good as well. So we are also putting up a blog post. I know this is a brand new product that we've got, and I hate to add modifications, but basically if you wire in a fan to the control board and stick it in here, you basically get a lot more efficiency out of the dryer, and it will basically be a lot hotter, and the humidity will come down a lot more than kind of your standard, because this element just doesn't, although it gets really hot, doesn't seem to kind of come up through the whole dryer. So check out that blog post we've got as well, and I've sent suggestions to Sunlu as well to try and revise that. But we bought 240 of them, one pallet, so we did believe in the product before the fan, but yeah, we do really have 216. We think it's that good of a product that it was worth getting a pallet in to bring down the cost. So I think they're $96.95. Now you can get them 10% off. So
I think you'll find that you have 215 because I picked one up the day I came in.
Yeah, we had 240 and someone's just said we got 216 now, so that's fair enough.
They're pretty cool. I've been using it for the last couple of days, and I can definitely tell. I actually did a comparison print using PLA. I just took one of my black PLAs straight out of my storage box, and then I had one in the sun heater for about 3 hours beforehand.
Yep.
And you can tell the strength difference is significant, especially on some of the more really thin designed prints.
Mm. And I think one of the best things about it is, I'll bring this camera back up. It's got kind of two outlets, so you can run your filament from the front there or the top. See that plug? You can just kind of move that down to here if you want to print from the top, depending on kind of your printing arrangement. But if you're printing nylon or any of those really those filaments that absorb a lot of moisture, like nylon, if you print over 6 hours, you'll definitely notice a difference. It absorbs kind of instantly, so you can keep it in that box and keep printing. And if you go on a site, there's a few pictures of comparisons as well of kind of differences of water in filament. So let's have a look at the comments. Nick Burns is the best, so someone is also a fan of that frame, Ash. Someone's saying, yep, great for nylon. The ElectJet cable also good for VR headsets. So Callum's got the new VR headset, the version 2, and he's loving that. Yep, literally we have 215 in stock. Yeah, so I'll give you an idea. One of the reasons our prints are so good is because we get our humidity down to 15% in all the filament before we print it. But we do have Mr. Ben Shippers who designs all our prints. So they're designed for 3D printing, so they're quite well made, which is why sometimes if you jump on Thingiverse and upload on our site, it won't look as good as some of the designs we put out. Alright, we might get into some FPV news. So TBS Tracer come out last week. We've got stock of everything. I haven't tried it yet. Ash,
I've been playing with it. Yeah, last couple of days.
Have you done a few packs yet?
Just a few in the local park. I personally can't tell the difference between the Crossfire and the Tracer, but one thing I did notice was binding, updating, and the rate at which it zeroes back to center or zero throttle is I can physically see the difference in Betaflight. So from that, I can tell it's definitely a lot faster. I haven't done any range tests or anything with it yet. Okay,
and what radio are you using?
Currently on the Tango 1.
Okay.
But I'm waiting for you to get some of those TX16Ss.
I wonder if that Tango 1 needs an update or something to work with the frequency. I mean the latency on to get down to 3
the other way around.
seconds.
Trace is faster. Tracer is much faster than Crossfire.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if you need to update the firmware on the Tango 1 so that you can get that speed increase.
Could be.
Yeah, something to look into. Looking forward to trying the shark bite. Yes, me too. B&F phaser built quads still sitting on my desk. At work they are, but I'm at home. Got my green screen going, so not here at the moment. I did hear from Clifford, he loves the Tracer. Definitely he can notice the difference. So I think he's using Tango 1, so maybe hit him up, see if he's done anything special to get the latency down. Do you have an earlier version of V2 on the Tango 2? Should you update the PCB? Only if you want to use the multi-protocol module on the back. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, and you can increase your Crossfire power inbuilt to 500 milliwatts instead of 250. So if you don't need those, then there's no point getting it. We do have more PCBs coming in soon as well. I have a little bit of goss for you guys. So you may have seen, let me flick onto this camera. You may have seen Joshua Bardwell post a little thing here. Oh man, there's notifications. Bang good. Dispatch stop selling. What could it mean? Yes, there is DJI V2 goggles coming. So if you want the current ones we've got in the site, they won't be restocked. Get them at 10% off. If you pre-order, we can still get them in and we'll still order those V1s in, but we're not actually going to have any stock sitting on the shelf till the new ones come. I think they're going to come January. So please don't email us what the price is, what the features are, when are they coming. When they come, when they're in stock, you'll see them on our site. There won't be any pre-orders. Yep, we confirm it. And if you read the comments on JB, there's other people confirming it as well. So, but I think I'm the first live stream that's confirmed it. So there you go. RDQ versus FAAA. Have you seen this, Ash?
Yeah, it sounds pretty interesting. I mean, it's eventually going to trickle down to here.
Yeah, I think it's a
if
good
laws
thing.
get changed over there.
Hopefully it goes somewhere and hopefully, make some impact on Australia, because here we still can't fly FPV unless we're at a MAAA official event, which is quite annoying, but XJet is always pushing out videos about this, so you can see he's got the first comment up there.
They're very fortunate that they have a lawyer who is also into FPV. Because if he wasn't there, then there was no one to fight the fight.
Yeah, I think he's kind of covering a bit of cost for them there, giving him some free time maybe as well. Let's jump into the comments. PLA deals. We got the 10% off store-wide, so you can use that. Can't really do any more on filament because it seriously costs us like $12 to ship a kilo of filament, so that eats a lot into our margins, especially when we do free shipping over 120. So that's why we don't do kind of mega deals on filament, unfortunately. As well as Prusament, like we're just buying at Prusament's retail price. They don't do any wholesale pricing, so we're making like a few dollars on those rolls after shipping. Do we think DJI FPV will support more micro quads? It's possible. I mean, this is pretty micro already. Naked Cadex Vista inside this baby, but who knows with the V2? Maybe they're going to bring out. I did see some images on Facebook of a controller. Maybe they're bringing out a controller, a V2 goggles, and maybe a new Cadex Vista. I don't know. I'm making that up. Got my ghillie suit ready for flying. Yep, those Casa boys, they'll be searching for you, Brendan. Just reading some more comments here. Learning to fly FPV with simulator first, and was thinking of getting some TX16S Max, and next year looking at DJI. Is this a good idea, or just wait for the DJI FPV 2? Great idea. Buy the remote, start simulating, and yeah, hopefully end of Christmas, January, you can get the DJI FPV goggles too. Hey George Pappas, how you doing? Does the Cadex Vista support 120 FPS 720? Don't think so. I think it's only 720 60 FPS.
Just 60, yep.
Yep. Let me change my view. We will be running some further deals on products during this week. So our Black Friday deals have already started. So if you click the links down below, you'll be able to get the coupon codes for that. But we will be adding further products each day and sending out a few more emails during the week of some more deals. So keep an eye out on that. Anthony, I don't think many people have, or if any, have been caught flying at the park. It's more people putting up videos that gain popularity, and then CASA kind of gets sent those videos by the public. So I think if you are just flying at your park and not putting up any footage on YouTube, I think you'll be fine. But I'm not going to be your lawyer if you get fined, so take that with a grain of salt. Any other news, Ash, before we round it off?
I think something I'm quite surprisingly saying is probably a few things to keep your eye on. Keep your eye on Cadex. I think they're doing a lot of good things. They had a bit of an initial few speed bumps, but now if you look at the Ratel, you look at the Ant, you look at the Vista, they keep going from stride to stride. So I think they're definitely a good company to keep an eye on. The other one, and I think this question came up, is in terms of micros. Beta FPV seems to be putting out a heap of quality products. I can't wait to I think you're getting the new Whoop style FC, which has the DJI connector built into it.
Yeah.
Like that for a 3-inch is going to be amazing.
Game changer. Oh, said it. Yeah, and Beta FPV and Cadex, they're great companies. Like, I, as a dealer, can talk to a representative direct, get support. Any issues I have, I can talk to them. Beta FPV are really good with feedback and replacements. So if you have an issue with the FC or something and it's definitely faulty, half the time I don't even need to send them a video. I'm like, look, I've tested this, it's faulty, give me one. And they're pretty good like that. Some other companies, you'll notice we have just removed Full Speed and Nameless RC off our products. They're terrible service. We order, give them our money, and then 3 months later they send us a shipment. I'm like, that's good. Where's the other products I ordered as well? And they're like, oh, we'll send them in 3 weeks. I'm like, I'm sick of this, you're done. So, although they had some good products, it's just, if they don't have the support and the communication and the delivery time frames, it's not worth it in the end, because it's a lot of investment putting up all these products and then not having them in stock for ages. If you got any questions or comments, chuck them in now, because we will finish up this stream in a few minutes. So, I often fly in front of my house with my Tiny Hawk, even though it's tight next to the airport. Under 250 grams, mate. I think you'll be fine with that one. We're not in Melbourne, James. We're in New South Wales, Gosford. So, Central Coast does not have one COVID case. So, all our parcels going out, very safe and COVID free. We do have a blog on FPV rules and VTX laws as well, so I'll chuck that in the comments so you can read it as well, Anthony. I think that's it. Half an hour. Wrap it up. Any further questions or comments, feel free to shoot us an email and we'll get back to you. And enjoy some footage. Catch you later.
See ya.
That is what they all say when they see me pouring some more. Oh, think it's empty again. Better fill it up before I go. Cause I'm loving it, feeling it, touch me and being it. See what I see in it, I'm typical. Messing around with it, mix it up, go with it, fuck with it, flow with it, let it all go. Oh Lord, think you know what I'm like, but you don't fall, you lose control. Bittersweet melody when I dance on your fly. Cause I know what you don't tried so hard, I forgot what I should have thought of before. Sure ain't easy for you to let go of the rules, cause that's so much fun. Are you loving the feeling? It touch me, are you in it? Don't say what you're seeing, but typical. Messing around with it, mix it up, go with it, fuck with it, flow with it, please let it go. Oh no, beg, I did it again. I said a few things that I shouldn't have done. Well, bittersweet melody when I dance on your face.